But moving on to another big story, fresh details have emerged in the Delhi blast probe. NDTV has learned that the doctors, Dr. Umar-un-Nabi, Dr. Muzammil Shakil and Dr. Shaheen Shahid and Muzaffar Ahmad joined the university's medical and teaching departments despite lacking the no objection certificate NOC required when a doctor shifts from one state to another. So clearly they did not have the relevant documents which were required. Intelligence sources have told NDTV that at least 10 people, including 3 Kashmiris who worked or studied at the Al-Falah University in Haryana's Faridabad, are missing. According to sources, more than 200 doctors and staff members of Al-Falah University have come under intense scrutiny after the car bomb blast outside the Red Fort. Security agencies are now probing suspected links that's between the Al-Falah University, its employees and the suicide attacker, Dr. Umar-un-Nabi. Intelligence input said that the missing people may be a part of the terror doctor module that stuffed a Hyundai i20 with ammonium nitrate, not just that, fuel oil, and detonated it outside the Red Fort. During the investigation of this terror doctor module, agencies uncovered the roles of the terrorists in the module. A cleric, Maulvi Irfan Ahmad, who was responsible for radicalizing the youth, while Dr. Shaheen's role was to raise funds for the module and also connect poor women and girls with Jaish's wing. So Dr. Shaheen perhaps was the face of this terror module, and she was tasked with setting up the women's Jaish wing. Not just that, Dr. Umar, the suicide bomber, was highly trained in making chemicals as well as bombs. Let's now tell you about the big revelations of the 10/11 Delhi blast. First up, of course, 10 people are missing from Al-Falah University right now. After this university came under the scanner, there are 200 Al-Falah doctors and staff who are under the scanner. Apart from that, NIA has now taken custody of 3 doctors. That's Dr. Shaheen, Dr. Muzammil, Dr. Umar, and also a preacher. We're talking about Maulvi Irfan. Doctors at Al-Falah worked without clearance. Like I mentioned a short while ago, they had no NOC, which is required when you shift from one state to another. Also, AK rifle cartridges were found in raid at Kashmir Times in Srinagar. Not just that, we'll also tell you more about Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar perhaps asked patients about their namaz habits. He was highly radicalized, and he, of course, asked these questions to the patients there. Let's also now tell you how in the Delhi blast probe, it turns out that Dr. Umar-un-Nabi, the terrorist who carried out the November 10 Delhi blast, was not the first terrorist associated with Al-Falah University. Here on NDTV, we have been telling you how Al-Falah University is perhaps a terror den. And it's not just Dr. Umar, but Mirza Shadab Beg, the terrorist involved in the 2008 Ahmedabad bombings, was also a student at Al-Falah University. It's also important to understand that Beg was actively planning the blasts while studying at the university in the year 2007. Not just Ahmedabad, Beg has also been instrumental in the Jaipur as well as Gorakhpur bombings. Beg is said to be a part of the Indian Mujahideen and was last traced in Afghanistan in 2019, after which he could not be traced. All right, to talk more on this, my colleagues Akhil and Shreya are now joining me live. Akhil, first to you, talk to us about how this Al-Falah University, which of course we're talking about here, is a terror den. There was not just Dr. Umar, the terrorist from Al-Falah, but now we're also learning that Beg, a terrorist involved in 2007 and 2008 bombings, also studied at Al-Falah University.
That's right, Rahesha. If you see at this point in time, what we have seen that the NIA, the Center Counter-Terrorism Agency, is leaving no stone unturned. Because today what we have seen that they have made 4 more arrests in this case, and they have brought all those 4 individuals from Jammu and Kashmir to the national capital, and they were produced in Patiala court, where what we have seen that 10 days of remand were given to those 4 accused as well. So right now, if you see in a major fresh development, what we are seeing that total 6 arrests have been made by the NIA so far in connection with the Delhi blast case, and those includes the first arrest which was made by the NIA on 16th of November was Amir Ali. Second arrest was Jasir alias Danish. Third arrest was what we are seeing that which is made by the NIA today is Dr. Muzammil, and the fourth arrest of Dr. Adil Rathar, and the fifth arrest of Dr. Shaheen, and the sixth arrest which NIA made today is of Maulvi Irfan. Maulvi Irfan was the person who was basically radicalizing these individuals from different places. And if you see at this point in time, what we have also gathered the information from agency sources that they were in directly touch with Dr. Umar, and Dr. Umar was the person, he was basically a nodal person who was basically connecting all those dots and giving information that what they are supposed to do next. And in this case, one more layer has come forward, Rahisha, in which what we have seen that right now the central agency is looking and scanning the digital footprints of approximately 200 individuals from the very campus where what we have seen that it has become a hotbed for terrorists to live over there and to execute their nefarious plan from the very premises of Al-Falah University campus.
Right, Akhil, I'm also being joined by Shreya, but before I come to you, Shreya, joining us live from the Al-Falah University, I want to just take one quick question from you, Akhil. Akhil, talk to us, you're joining us live from outside the Patiala House Court. Talk to us more about how the NIA is rather probing the 3 doctors, which also includes Dr. Muzammil and the preacher Maulvi, who was the one who radicalized all these doctors into the 10/11 terror blast in Delhi.
Well, absolutely. If you see what we have been seeing since beginning, that there are 3 different Umars. First one is Umar bin Khattab. Umar bin Khattab is a Pakistani-based handler. He was in direct touch with Maulvi Irfan. Maulvi Irfan is an imam from Jammu and Kashmir, one of the mosques, and he was basically radicalizing some of the individuals, not in the national capital only, but to some extent in the western UP region as well. Because if you see Adil Rathar, Dr. Adil Rathar, when he fled from Jammu and Kashmir, he went to UP's Saharanpur district, from where his arrest was made on October 22nd and 23rd intervening night. And since then, during the interrogation by Jammu and Kashmir police, what we have got to know that there was a larger nexus which was running from Al-Falah University campus, and that was being planned by Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Shaheen. Dr. Muzammil and Dr. Shaheen relationship has not been confirmed by the NIA sources, but if you see, they have been in close tandem, close touch with each other. And apart from that, during the investigation, they have found out, the investigators have found out their digital footprints, which through which they have been able to corroborate all those statements initially given by those 2 individuals who were first arrested by the NIA, which is Jasir alias Danish and Amir Ali.
Right, Akhil. Coming to you, Shreya, joining us live from outside the Al-Falah University, which is perhaps now the epicenter, if I may, the terror den right now. What we are learning is that 10 people are missing from that university, and at least 200 doctors and staff from this university where you're standing and joining us live from are under the scanner.
That's right, Raisha. The future of the students here and the doctors is completely uncertain at this point in time. And we also understand that if we talk about the accused of the Delhi bomb blast, it's besides the suicide bomber Umar-un-Nabi, the other 3, they are not the lone jihadists who have been working here at Al-Falah. There is, of course, this person named, who was involved in the 2008 serial bombings, Mr. Beg. He also graduated from the engineering school here in the year 2007, and then he disappeared into the shadows of jihad. In 2008, he was involved in the serial blastings across, Gorakhpur, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Delhi, and we are understanding that this very university has been harboring radicals, and therefore the chairman has been arrested. He is under ED's custody till December 1st, and his house, his ancestral house in Madhya Pradesh, have received illegal demolition notice. It will be demolished in 3 days' time, and at this point in time, we are seeing constant movement of investigative agencies who have also set up a temporary command center inside the university, because the investigations are still underway. We were speaking to some of the students here, and they are extremely anxious. They are scared that what will be their future if UGC removes the affiliation, of this university, how will they get their placements, what will be their future, and therefore the parents of these several students will be raising their objections and concerns day after tomorrow here at Al-Falah University, because remember that NAC did slap a show cause notice to this university because they have been faking their grade A accreditation. If this university gets completely shut down or not, and if it does end up happening, what will be the future of the rest of the students?
Right, absolutely.